Welcome back, folks, to Midwest Linux Gaming. I'm your host, as always, Stompin' Llama. And today we have some fun things to do. We got a whole bunch of these side missions done last time, which was a Tuesday, I had to think, if I had remember. It was a relatively short stream, all things considered, because you cannot trust a main mission to be time constrained. Let's put it like that. Oh, hi, Kyo. How you going? Things may look a little darker than last time. That would be because I believe there's been another, actually fairly major update to the core operating system I run. The HDMI company, the company that makes the rules and regulates HDMI, has finally released their stranglehold on HDMI 2.1. Apparently that was a thing, and they finally released that. So I will be attempting to keep the color. It looks a little darker than last time I played, like even last time I booted up my computer. So I'm assuming, I know there was a major update. So I'm assuming it was an automatic update that did that. We'll be adjusting as we go along. And here's the thing. I've got the brightness on Nioh 2 is the same setting it's always been at, but it looks darker to me. So I still don't know what's up with that. If I need to, I have a screen display, the stream, so I can adjust it based on what I see. But honestly, I can't get much brighter. Yeah, that's the other thing, is there's a weird tint shade going on too, but that's in my game as well, so I don't know what's going on. Like, none of the display settings have changed on my end, so yeah. I may be able to do some adjustments. Maybe up it a little bit. And we'll see if that fixes it. That seems to have fixed it a little bit. So we'll see from here once we get in mission. We'll see if we need to make further adjustments. We'll see. But that definitely did seem to fix a little bit, which is weird. It did a little bit. But it's no longer quite as red. But anyway, we'll see what it looks like in-game. So even though his castle's surrounded, Nagamosa's not gonna listen to ugh. Yeah, I did intend to do that. Yeah, that's exactly as intended. That's where the overlay now goes. Let's try reading this again. So, even though his castle's surrounded, Nagamasa's not gonna listen to Nobunaga's demands to set Lady Uichi free. That means the only choice is to storm the palace. But think she's there, right in the middle of this chaos. Hidi, it's up to us to get her out of this alive. The enemy are preoccupied with holding off Lord Nobunaga's troops. Let's use this chance to slip in and find Lady Uichi, who is, his sister. Odani Castle, home to the daimyo of the Azai clan, is situated in the steep slopes of Mount Odani. Built along the ridge, the castle was once relatively small, but thanks to the ingenious design of the prodigious Azai Nagamasa and the use of pioneering construction techniques, A complex combination of castle walls and enclosures transformed the castle into an enormous mountain fortress. Now, facing the overwhelming pressure of the Oda army, it seems that the time for it to fall is close at hand. I will say, interesting set of timing in that, Nioh 3 has released its first DLC update, which is always kind of interesting when they do that. And as typical of the Nioh series, it includes at least one new weapon type, which is gloriously funny. Not gonna lie. Appears to be some type of offensive shields, which is always an interesting thing when they do that. From what I can see on the my stream monitor, it's about as dark as it is on my monitor, which is acceptably. I mean, it's not going to encode necessarily the greatest, but should be fine, I imagine. Ah, she's been married off already. Ah, poor guy. One thing I did do in the time between last is I went and got myself this pickaxe. I went and forged myself this pickaxe, which it's a water pickaxe, which is hilarious. So we're gonna be using a water pickaxe as a weapon, because why not? I've also acquired some new armors, which, as you can see in the map up there, now lists enemies. Wow, that was exciting. Ah, of course I had to be in one more. Ouch! Really? Well. That was terribly annoying. And the big reason I went with the water pickaxe is, we actually get some healing based on, oh, come off it. Off of, damage dealt. Water damage dealt. Which is a pretty useful thing if you have a weapon that can inflict water. Once again, we have a Japanese castle with which to try and infiltrate. It says there's a person over here. Oh, it was him. How? Good Lord. Am I even gonna be able to shoot him? It's not looking like it. Ah! Someone's got a rocket launcher over there. Or a cannon. That is a cannon. Never mind. That is straight up cannon. I don't feel like taking on a cannon in direct battlefield right now. On the other hand, I knew we were gonna come back. Spiders. It was only a matter of time. Especially the little ones. Especially the little ones that hide in the eggs. I knew they were going to come back. That probably means one of them was going to be an arachne. That means we're probably going to face off against an arachne sooner or later. Okay, I see the guy over there manning the cannons. And I see at least one Kodama sitting over there. Possibly two. What in the world? Okay, that's just the fire animation. It looked like someone was flailing about on fire, and I'm like, no? There shouldn't be. Okay, it's just the one Kodama. So either way, we're gonna have to come down here. Oh, there's an Odachi man all the way up there. Ah. Really? Oh, that was Well, we didn't get far before we got absolutely murdered. Oh, come off it! Oh, right. He makes the stink effect, which means that means we can't actually do any healing or anything. That was extremely rude. Dung pies and everything. Ugh. Get down here, spider. Goodness gracious. God blasted spiders. Dodge! God damn. Good lord, my dodging has suddenly gotten much, much worse. And either my dodging's gotten worse, or something else has happened, and I'm not sure which. There. That was what I tried to do the first time. Good lord. Of course. How did I not see him? I'm like, how did I physically not see him? There you are, Horn Man. You don't get to alert everybody this time. Lots and lots of death. Oh! Little guy! What do we have that we could drop for you? I do have... Oh wait, that's the cannon I have equipped. I can't drop the cannon I have equipped. The answer is I don't actually have anything really to drop. That's not a yellow or lower item. I mean, I suppose the Wind Demon hatchets, if they have an element on them, would be useful. Ha! Odachi Man did not stand a chance. Neither will this guy. How did he survive? Oh, it doesn't matter. That's a growl. Dog. That would be why. Nope. Ouch. Never seen a big Gaki. The bigger question is, why was the big Gaki... You know, I was gonna ask why the big Gaki was manning the cannons, but I don't think I want an answer to that. I'm not gonna lie, that seems like a question I don't actually want the answer to. Like, that sounds... And that's not Gaki, that's one of the, drowned or drenched or something like that. The Dwellers, that's the term. That's the name. Why was I calling them Gaki? Gaki are the other things. What the crap are you? Ratmen. The crap? Ouch! Skunk. Skunk rat. It's a skunk rat. Stink rat. It's not that they actually poison you or anything, they just provide you the stank. Oh, the stank rat. And the stank pools and oh. We are definitely in the lower bowels. For lack of a better term, of the castle. We're definitely in the bowels. Stank rat and everything. On the bright side, shortcut. On the downside, out of gunshot. Ah, I was wondering how we got up on this roof. Shrapnel bombs. Ah, of course, there had to be one more guy. Oh, that's just Puppy. Waste of a... would say a waste of a cannon round, but, there truly is never such a thing. But there really is no such thing as a waste of a cannon round. Now, there is such a thing as waste of an explosive round, but, that's beside the point. Multiple enemies off to our right. Just over this hill. And a Kodama right in front of our face. Yes, I'm sniping people with a hand cannon. Oh, good God. Is it a waste to use the hand cannon for sniping? Possibly. I didn't see an alternative approach to here, so there was no option other than to be spotted. Which... Oh, of course. Cannons themselves, the actual cannons. Good, rifle ammunition. Good. Got spiders in the ceiling. There we go. Also little spiders. Multiple stink rats. Stink rat. That stink rat looked like we got his attention. I think we avoided it. Duh! Okay, they're kind of fun to fight. Because they only inflict you with a stink. But still, a bit more agile than I'm used to most enemies being. On the other hand, I mean, the stink is not good, mind you. Because that does prevent you from healing, but it's by far not the worst thing they could be inflicting on you. Ooh, magic. We have unlocked whatever magic skill I was going for. Alright, the magical capacity. And we did get a full heal also, so... You know, can't say that it wasn't worth it. Oh! Oh, you really do think I am quite stupid, aren't you? Ratman really thought I was very stupid, didn't he? Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay, then. Apparently they can just do that? Apparently they have a move where they can just circle you indefinitely? That's weird and interesting. Well, he didn't stand a chance, as expected. Unfortunate doggo. Or Ninken, as they're called. Oh! There was a trap there! There's that Yoki down. Well, we can't have... I was gonna say we can't avoid being spotted. Now we have to duck inside the here before they catch us. Well, apparently Stank-Rat is Stank-Rat. Don't trust the rat. Best part is those little spiders, they have the exact same moveset of the bigger spiders, but the difference is Stank-Rat. But the big difference is they have a much smaller hitbox, which makes them terribly annoying to try and hit. And the spiders already have a very small hitbox. All there was a goodie over there, so I don't think we need to go over there. Okay. Apparently they do, in fact, have a move that can make the stink cloud hurt you. Well, we don't need to kill the one up there. Of course, there had to be more. Well, no! Apparently they don't like being on fire. Of course, very few things would like being on fire, but... If you hadn't noticed, I also changed to a different spirit. I've now got the ice butterflies equipped, and apparently they have an entirely different counter move that's less offense focused. It's less of a push forward counter and more of a I'm just gonna stand still and let you hit me type of counter, which is definitely gonna take some getting used to. Okay, there's a Yoki over there. Hmm. Horn Man now is dead. However, I can always come and get me. I dare you. He didn't even try. That's disappointing. I think I can hear some dwellers or such down there. No, that's not a dweller. That is just a normal guy. Can I set off the trap? Yes! Take this! And no one down there cares. No one cares. That spearman just got his helmet shot off, and he really does not care. He's not coming to get me. That swordsman, on the other hand, might actually care and come and want to say hi. Ah, he most definitely does. That's a dweller with a bomb. That dweller has a bomb attached. Had a bomb attached. Oh, great. Bombers. I mean, I should have guessed that this guy was outside of our range. Something's making a lot of noise over there, and I don't know what. And it is concerning that something is making a lot of noise over there. Oh, he was just about to try and grapple me, too. I don't like that something is making the noise up there. But it does appear to be whatever it is, it's in control of the cannons. I'm assuming it's a large dweller. Ah. Of course, it had to be a skeleton warrior over here, too. And it drops a soul core, which means full heal. Well, not a full heal, but a heal. Large dweller. Well, it doesn't see me. proficiency with the axe. Hello? Ah. Just one lone samurai in the building. One potentially lone samurai in the building, I should say. Poor guy didn't even stand a chance. I do kind of want to circle up to there. Somehow. How does one even get up there? Because that is a blocked chest by some type of Oni. Or yokai, excuse me. We don't know whether or not it's an Oni or not. Oh, this looks like a glorious fun. Oh! Very, very angry dog. Problem with axes is the problem with axes. They use a lot of stamina, my dude. If you're not used to it, yeah, you will run out of stamina stupid fast. Oh, it's an entire dark realm. Unfortunately, I see that skeleton warrior over there. Problem is, whatever that is going to be, is the reason. Oh god, it happened to be you! And there it goes. The Waira. The Waira. They're kind of fun to fight, to be honest. But specifically, that's the reason I keep some sloth talismans on me. I was about to complain about there not having been another shrine yet. And I'm walking around with a full level's worth of everything on me. But, speak of the devil and it shall appear. 5 cores. Ooh. That is a really, really good dweller core. Equipment drop rate and luck. Like, that's really good. Most of the other ones aren't that good. They actually almost have 2 levels on us. That is actually wild. I think I was looking at a set of equipment. A set of equipment I couldn't wear, but I don't remember what it was. I think I got rid of it. That's an extremely good That's an extremely good set of armor. I might need to keep a hold of that. Might be worth holding on to with the gold increase and everything. Goes with Tenno's hammer. Unfortunately, the Wind Demon's hatchets are, in fact, just normal hatchets. Not actually good. Oh. Hello. Life drain from grappling enemies. I do a lot of grappling. We do a lot of grappling. We actually do. We could do with some more rifle damage. That is starting to drop off, to be honest. And what murdered you? A Koroka? Koroka. What are those? I'm assuming that's the Koroka. Standard Yoki. And defeated. I could rush them, but that seems like a bad idea. Oh, those are normal people on top. What are they doing up there? Being annoying is what they're being. Okay, we're apparently out of missile range, which is good. But he wasn't out of gun range. Hornman now is dead. Good. Who put a Yoki in charge? Like, seriously, who put a Yoki in charge? I think I distracted him enough. But he doesn't want to come down and say hi. There we go. Not again. Every time. You had no chance there. I do want to avoid that. just have a feeling that that might be the guy. Shoot. I mean, I kind of knew he was up there. I did see the other guy up there, but I didn't think he would be manning a trap. On the bright side, at least the rejuvenation talismans are handy. Like, they really are. That's gotta be the yokai in charge. Oh? There's a couple of ways inside there, it looks like. Kind of don't want to go there yet. I don't know what you are. I suppose we should find out. Oh, it's you! And I figured he'd be the one behind it. Figures. And I was forgetting, that's the one, the Kokoroko. The Coco, whatever its name was. That killed that one guy. That's what killed him. Ah, that is straight up man with hand undead with hand cannon. I should have seen that coming. Another Yoki down. And of course, the bowels of the castle. Not even joking about it being the bowels of the castle. The stank pool. The stank pool where the stank rats live. Not even joking about that. Stank rat. Oh, there's multiple stank rats. And a stank rat soul! The fact that we can understand them now by default, because for a while we couldn't understand them most things, period. But now we can understand stank rats by default? No, not a... Ah, of course. Keep falling into the stank pool. Not the slime. Every time I keep forgetting that's there. Where did Stank Rat go? Oh, there he is. So those guys are corrupted monks of a sort. Ugh. I mean, corrupted in several senses, you could say. What with it being in the... Well, let's frankly call it what it is. It is the poo water. The continuous living near and in the poo water definitely does not help matters. Of course, the toxic slimes being the toxic slimes is definitely also does not help. Unfortunately, toxic slimes suffer from the mini bozo syndrome. Well, this is one approach to here. Of course, had to be one of you. And of course, the time I don't have my sloth talismans on me. Get out. Get out. This is one thing I will say about Nioh 2 that the DLC of Nioh 1 didn't do. Because we even saw one of the enemies they introduced in the DLC in Nioh 2, and they are just better in Nioh 2. Significantly less annoying. Friend? That may be friend over there. So there was a trap we could maybe have dropped on that thing's head? I doubt. Seriously, that's like the second time that has literally just... That is a weird level of detail problem. Where they just don't exist until they exist. Hey, look! It's a shortcut back to the beginning of the level. That is actually kind of hilarious. Let us... He will be indebted to us. Here. I have a dung ball. A noble dung ball? Oh. Oh, that is more useful. A lumicite shard. Like, that is by far more useful than you would think. 'Cause that's 20,000 Emerita. That's a free 20,000. Of course. And I don't, honestly, I've learned, let's not run around with our one entire extra level of experience. This is not a good idea. Run past Ratman, back to the beginning of the level. To use up our level. Oh, it is quite literally just a fart in your enemy's faces move. That is a move. Talk about asserting dominance upon your enemies. I don't know whether or not that's a good thing or not, but you can definitely do it. All right, let's look at what magic we can bring along. We're maxed on the rejuves. We're maxed on the steals. We could bring along another sloth talisman. No, we won't bring along any lightnings. We'll bring along most of the sloths that we can. That seems like a good idea. Now we just got run by Ratman. In order to hit our ladder. Climb, climb, climb. Thank you. We do have the Nikigo. There we go. We've successfully spent our level, and now we don't have to worry about instantly losing it should we die. Besides, we saw it. Ow! Come on. That's exactly why those things are not a terrible problem to be having. You just have to get them to melee attack, and then you just counter their melee. A Yoki somewhere? I mean, there's a Yoki probably somewhere. Full familiarity with the pickaxe means it has now reached its full damage potential. Oh, there's the Yoki. Hey, yo, dude. Why has... I'm not sure why the sudden music decided to increase. That seemed like a silly thing to do. I see you, Dweller. Rat. I guess you could suicide if you wanted to. That's the first time I've seen that death message. Ouch, they are rats. And there we go, another Tesso down. They're actually pretty fun to fight. Stank rat. But how? Okay, we need to make note of that. On the upper floor, there's going to be a trapdoor we need to fall down. Kodama. Okay, there's at least 3 Kodamas in the general-ish vicinity. I'm assuming one of them is in the upper floor, but question is... which one? Well, then what murdered you? Just that Yoki? Seriously, my good dudes. Seriously, my dudes. Now, these Japanese castles are, in fact, designed to be mazes. Oh! Hello, spider! Hello, big spider! Oh, no, 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 no! Too many spiders! Oh boy, oh boy. Okay. I did not expect that to go that way, but, well. We have to figure out how to open that trapdoor. There must be at least one more floor above. This says there's a Kodama just straight here. But that must be on the floor above. I hear a Kodama. Oh no, that's a Scampus. I suppose we'll take the Scampus along. Never would have thought that the bombs would have come in as handy as they have. Oh, they're probably looking for me and they have no idea. Granted, neither do I, but that's beside the point. Okay, there's the Kodama Shrine. Ah, there you guys are. Eat my pickaxe! Haha! Bedrock Blaster. Ooh, that's the name of a hand cannon, alright. That's the name of a hand cannon. Okay, don't remember this door. Must be opened from the other side. Huh. Okay. Bitten to death by spiders, you don't say. But that door... I swear that door would be, like, down here. Huh. Guess not. What murdered everybody here? Seriously, just normal guys? You! Alright, what are you gonna make me do? Just a bow? Those guys will sometimes just drop souls just by their existence. So that is an advantage of them. Bit of a loss, maybe? I mean, we fully explored everything we could there. That's what I thought those were for, but there was... Don't tell me. Of course, all of you back again. Outnumbered by everybody and a giant spider. Now we gotta clear out this base floor again. Where you have to spin the tables. Because of course we do. Ouch! Did you just stink? Oh, that's just extremely rude. And that was also extremely rude. But that was entirely on me, I suppose. Apparently that's the low health music. Let's avoid them if we can help it, I suppose. Where's that Yoki at? See, he didn't see a way to maneuver them. Yeah, there's nothing down here about any of that. That just brings me up to where the spiders are. I kind of don't want to deal with spiders right now. Yo! That's new? Oh god. I can't see, I can't see, I can't see. The game has frozen. Like, I literally, what? That was new? Let's... That crashed all of my Steam as well. That's new. That's new. We've never tried coming back into a mission mid-mission. We may have to do that entire mission all over again. I don't know. And there is an autosave feature. Okay. Okay, I think we're alive-ish. Okay. Clearly, and I want to say clearly, the actual method of maneuvering this is over here. Which means there has to be something I'm missing somewhere in this castle that leads you directly to that. Well, not even directly. It has to lead you to that. Where exactly did we die at? We died over here. In the goo. Well, we recovered. Even if we were blind for like 99% of that. We didn't explore all the upper floors that we had access to. Like, we had access to at least 2 more upper staircases. Big Spider is dead. Big Spider was just a one-time event. That's good. I was worried that Big Spider was Big Spider and permanently Big Spider. Here. Have the sword I'm not gonna use. Ooh, a bedrock blaster. I will happily take a fresh cannon. Yeah, that was a very unusual thing that just happened, because that actually disconnected both of my monitors. Which is exceptionally weird. What saw me? Oh! Man saw me. Ouch! And looked like that Yoki was the thing holding everything together, which makes it even worse. At least that's what the flower suggested to me. No, he was not, in fact, the only. Ouch. That was the one holding it all together. Come here, skeleton warrior. Don't you ignore me. Okay, so if we'd made it up here without killing Giant Spider, we could have dropped this on Giant Spider. Interesting. Ooh, that had to not feel good. None of that was particularly helpful. Because that was that guy and the door. I continued to be stumped by this puzzle. There's them. Wait. Where's that trapdoor? Of course, it has to be under this, so we can't actually use that. All right, let's go with this one then. Is there a trapdoor in this one? Kind of. But that just leads to spider room. This just leads to this room, which doesn't lead really anywhere. Yeah, because that just leads down to that one rat. Puzzles as they pertain to Nioh. Kill that spider. Because there's nothing down below. There's nothing down below. And there's nothing above. Is there something I am missing? A mechanism. Something I've missed that would enable them to spin? Like in some way? No. Nothing that I'm seeing anyway. Based on the layout, you'd expect that to lead, like, directly to it. But I don't think it does. right in front of my face. God, I'm blind. It was purple and everything. Okay, that's the purple switch. Now we just gotta find the red switch. Right in front of my face. Both of them right in front of my face. Good God. Both switches right in front of my face, and I'm just pulling a very, very dumb. The noble dung ball again. Might as well run past him. No real reason to engage with him. The fact that there are still 2 Kodamas we've not found is a minor concern. Died via Harikari? I'm not sure why you would do that. Unless you somehow made your way over here. Which would be a ridiculous thing to do. Okay, we found the hot spring and the last Kodama. Oh, we found everything. And the door! Hey! Partake in the hot spring. Why not? Well, suitably dense as I can be. Not surprising. Okay, what do we have for the level? We're like 4,000 out of a level. Really? 4,000. Less than 4,000 at the moment. We did get a shiftling level, however. Our donation friend bonus. And I was just kind of expanding outwards because I kind of didn't have anything on the tree that I was concerned with. That, on the other hand, sounds like an excellent move. Spider. Well, that gives us the level we need. Everything we need for a level. More main stat. Which, again, ironically, for our uses is entirely our equip weight stat, which is hilarious. Oh. That was not necessarily the move I wanted to pull off, but it worked. Shall we see what human enemy we're fighting up against? Maybe it will be a yokai. One's unsure. What have you just done? Oh no, twin-headed phoenix. Oh, that is a cool sword. Oh great, he has engaged shiftling form. Why is everybody seeming to be part shiftling? Ouch! Well, drowned. Drowned, it claims. I thought drowning required very specifically you to be drowning in water. No, no, no! God blast you! Ow! How was I supposed to even know that that was coming? Ouch! Ouch. Great, out of healing. Okay, I think I'm getting him. Again, it's the new spirit. It's the new burst counter that is getting me. Because the last one was had more of a offensive. I'm going to charge forward a little. Whereas this one does not. It's taking a little bit of getting used to. And then we have the fact that he guards like 90% of the time. Bird. He normally expends his God! Would you please? This time he didn't seem to want to expend his ki at all. And I don't have a way of breaking shields. Come on, get down here. Just run past his minions. Ouch! I'm trying to dodge out of those, I swear. Well, sloth talismans apparently work on him, and they're as overpowered when they work on end bosses as they always have been. Which is to say, greatly. That is good to know. You wizard! Apparently, we are still tracking down this wizard. This weird wizard. It's the wizard. Tapir. Driftmaster? Void Wizard. I'm running out of names for him. I think I'm gonna call him Void Wizard. Yes! Bird! Double-headed chicken! Or phoenix, or whatever it is. We'll find out. And that's why you betrayed the Oda clan. And that's when you chose to betray the Oda clan. Unfortunately, he is now dead. Who set this building on fire? This building was not on fire 5 seconds ago. In fact, Yoshi of the Hideyoshi pair and he just entered and the building wasn't on fire, and now it is. Hyokucho. And as you saw, the Steam just disconnected my controller, and now we've got to reconnect it real quick. It only seems to do that with this Xbox Series X controller. The other controller I have, it doesn't seem to do that with. But that could also be a Steam controller problem. There seems to be a few of those wandering around. I wish there was someone I could comfort Lady Ochi. But I don't know what to say to her. It's terrible how things to end, but at least there's nobody left to oppose Lord Nobunaga. He can dispatch forces to anywhere in the capital with ease. You know, recently even Lord Nobunaga has been showing interest in the power of spirit stones. With us as his go-to experts, you never know. He might see fit to give us our very own castle. Imagine it! Well, with the power of the spirit stones, nothing can stand in the way of Hideyoshi. It's the beginning of our rise to fame and glory. Ain't that right, Hidey? And it requires us to clear the Golden Nation. which is one of the submissions. Fortunately, that's one with shrines. Let us proceed story-wise to the next cutscene. Are you sure about that? It is a nice lake. They do create an obsession. We did see that even in Nioh 1. Now, regarding those stones, no. Unable to produce an heir, Hideyoshi threw himself headfirst into his plots and schemes. Meanwhile, as the Oda clan star continued to rise, the generals of the Akachi began to assemble in secret. Louis Frost and Mitsutsude. Oh, cool! There he is in his traditional his more traditional armor and cape. Pervading waters. Mind you, as you can see, we are slowly making our way across one of the islands of Japan. But just one of them. Remember, in Nioh 1, we were literally island hopping across all of Japan. But not now. Ah, we did learn a samurai skill. We unlocked samurai skill. More attack to our ranged weapons. What titles have we acquired? 8? I'm assuming that's mostly from our use of magic. And also our use of a water weapon, dealing water damage. Let's see what weapons we might have picked up that would be interesting. I did also craft a lightning one, but it's not nearly as good. That looks like a real... That looks like that could be a really good axe. Especially with the gold earned bonus. Like, that could be really good. A leaf tip spear. There's actually quite a bit of variety of weapons. Emerita gauge. It's mostly just emerita gauge. Kusagamas, which are really not that useful to us. Whole bunches of bows. But more importantly, what cannons do we have? Just plus damage up? That's actually really good. A life drain from bullseyes on a cannon. That seems ridiculous. That seems like a ridiculous concept. Lock that one until we get an equivalent. Okay, what do we have helmet-wise? It's a blue mask. We don't really use masks. Well, we use masks entirely, exclusively, but... none of those are good. He was wearing medium armor. Of course he would. No, that wouldn't be good. I'd have to do so much reconfiguring on that one. This, on the other hand, has some promise. None of that has promise. It's mostly just these shinobi greaves that are significantly better. Because I don't think I need faster wind recovery on them. No, I don't. Never mind. There's one right there that has potential. Like a lot of potential. And what do we have here? Prayer beads? That one's probably... actually, the prayer beads are probably the only ones I'm gonna lock in. Even if I'm not gonna swap them over. Alright, the Golden Nation. Thanks to the visionary leadership of Lord Nobunaga, our nation has seen an increase in traders visiting from foreign soil, adding to the bustle of our towns. However, it seems one of the envoys sent by Lord Nobunaga to see the inspection of goods has not returned. I sense something is out of the ordinary is taking place. Would you mind looking into the matter for me? But with only their unbending faith, missionaries traveled from afar, beyond the islands of the east, to build a house dedicated to their god on foreign soil. The church, which was in fact a remodeled Japanese-style Buddhist temple, was named Nanbanji. It said that the seminary that Oda Nobunaga had built beside Azuchi Castle has also utilized the same design. Rumors have begun to spread that some among the believers and foreign traders frequent the church, being seen bearing spirit stones. And how much to our next level? 120. A nice even 120. Well, he obviously didn't make it. And I'm willing to bet if I try and use this door, locked from the side. Of course he had to be one of the yokai. He is waiting for me around the corner. I'm surprised that was as easy as that was. You're also one. Ah, okay. Ooh, killed him just in time. Ho ho ho! Oh boy. Okay, I think we found a really effective strategy for dealing with them. Really effective. Especially at a distance. Though it does require 2 bullets. And being away from them. Which is both easier said. Hello, flying bolt. Oh, it's one of you. Those guys are actually fun to fight one-on-one. They're actually kind of fun to fight one-on-one. Who? What? Someone was shooting at me. Oh, it's that skeleton warrior. he wasn't going to actually be able to do anything about me. I mean, it's not like we fully... God, there's so much to explore over here. Not just the flying bolt over there, but just so much in general. Ninjas! Not expecting ninjas. Come on, Flying Bolt. You know I'm here. So does that ninja. I now know he's here too. Okay, there's a skeleton warrior over there. It's a Yoki over there. There's another big one over there. Get out! Again, that less proactive counter is going to be the death of me several times. Of course, has to be Stank Rat. Stank Rat is defeated. Just some gear and goodies. Just a normal guy who got horribly murdered with a pickaxe. God, the pickaxe is probably the worst weapon to be trying to be using here because it is just visceral. Like, it is not a weapon. It's, like, not even close. Like most other weapons, you can justify by, like, those are weapons of war. The pickaxe is just a pickaxe. It is just a tool. Like, no one should be really using it for, you know. Oh God. What are you? I don't like you. I've never encountered you before. Appears to be wings on her head, an umbe. An ubume. That is a yokai we've never seen before. I love the fact that we keep getting ones I'm unfamiliar with, which is good. But also, it's like, Okay, we've now opened up the direct path to the flying bolt. Which is not necessarily the greatest of ideas. Okay, Yoki's still over here. All alone. Again, the enemy sensor is actually proving to be extremely helpful. And another Yoki down. And we're still at maximum elixirs. Though out of magic. That is probably the ultimate goal. The rat knows we're here. Death by explosion. Ah, that type of explosion. The explosion known as a ninja did it. Of course a ninja did it. Why would a ninja not have done it? Open from the other side. On the bright side, shortcut unlocked. I imagine this door is also... It is not, in fact, locked. There's a Kodama in there, and that has me slightly concerned. Because that is where the dot is telling me to go. And that normally means end of level. But it'd be a bit soon to be end of level, don't you think? And then again, it wouldn't be the first time they've tried to hide secrets on your first run through a level. It looks like there's no... Just explosion to the head. 'Cause why not? Ooh, there's new episode. Right, Bleach has a the sequel series. I didn't know. Well, I'm not surprised Futurama's been putting out new episodes. Stank rat. Ouch. No, no. He did it again. Bloody rats. That's the second time they've done that particular move, and that... Yeah. That's the second time that rat has pulled off that move, and that's the second time that move has killed me. On the bright side, we were running low on, like, our ranged ammunition, so... It was a good time to, you know, murderize a rat. To die. This flying bolt. Would you stop that? I do want to get myself back. The problem is not a problem, because I did not see these stairs. I was about to say the only way I knew to get down here was from above. The answer was no. Oh, I'm barely alive. Okay, rat. I forgot, when Stink Rat puts the stank on you, do not attempt to heal by traditional means. You will kind of just throw up because you are stinky. Tank rat down. And there's our cores back. And that was entirely for a large stone and an Omadi. Well, I suppose we don't have an option other than to go now into the main chapel over here, where something is waiting for us. No, I do have options. We had a roof to explore that we hadn't gotten to. What's the best way to do that? Because the roof is guarded. It's guarded by all of those guys. It's not like they're difficult guys, it's just they are guys. They're the bunch of snake men. And I don't really want to deal with snake men if I can help it. Of course, I got ambushed by everybody. I don't know where that skeleton warrior came from. But that was actually entirely disappointing. Like, I still don't know where he came from. Because I was sneaking up on this guy. Because that implies he came from up here. So it was the guy from above that got me? Oh, that is exceptionally rude. Also discovered a very good method of dealing with these guys. I will demonstrate. It is... First off, you must expose their head. Then you shoot the snake head. Generally, you want to, like, be close enough to be able to get close enough to melee them, like death melee them. It appears not to be working. It appears to not be working nearly as well as it should have. By all means. It normally works. Or has worked historically in the past. Like, we've not been inside here. Ah, there's the other Kodama. Of course, had to be ninja. Always look to the ceilings. Note to self, always look to ceilings. All the Kodamas have been guided. Which tells me that this is probably boss, but there's also that back section that we haven't had a chance to look at in this converted church. Well, converted temple, I should say. Like that. Like that door is still locked. But we should drop off our level, because again, never keep a level on us. You'd think it took me this long to learn that. Whenever you have a level, drop it off right away. Don't try and be smart. Don't think, oh, I'll be able to recover it indefinitely. No, you will lose it. We've lost like 5 or 6 levels like that. Ooh, just the scream. We do need more of that. We do have another magic. There we go. Magic capacity has been maxed out. Let's go see what this boss, well, potential boss. You! I was wondering about you. Of course it had to be you, the first boss from Nioh 1. In a relatively close environment, like always. As expected. Only this time, he's not the first boss. Oh, he's acquired that moveset. Okay. That was entirely on me. I had him on the ropes, but that was entirely on me. I was hoping... I'm gonna be honest. I was hoping never to see this guy again. Okay, that was me being stupid and being overly aggressive. But it is extremely easy for me to break his horns now. Like, I remember that being a bit of a hassle in Nioh 1. But also kind of a midway point. Get out. Get out! No! There we go. Okay, there was just a key to get into that room then. So I was minorly concerned over quite literally nothing. Just making sure there's no ninja. And just some set dressing back here. Okay. And the door does, in fact, just reopen. Why did this Who closed my door? Why has everything that wasn't... Why has everything died? What is going on here? And who are you? My God, that is a helmet. Leon. Okay, Leon. Ah, the Spirit Stones. Yes, that is 20,000. And they will, I imagine they're just going to touch briefly on the interaction of foreign merchants and missionaries in Japan. That's more something brought up in Rise of Ronin, which is a game I continually bring up because it's actually really good. The main thing is that Lord Uchisato and his party are safe. It would seem that greed will drive all men, be they from here or from foreign lands, to do evil. If people continue to visit our lands with such intentions, then I fear that further war will not be far behind. But what can be done to prevent that happening? Anyway, here's my thanks and that of Lord Uchisato as well. Or Leon, as he's now known. Leon. Oh, good God. A fight against Lord Nobunaga? I really don't want to do that. Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Another online mission. We've got two samurai missions. The forest where those who have fallen in battles past now rest seems to be brimming with yokai. Despite all my master's done, there remain those unquiet spirits not properly laid to rest. The sight of so many familiar faces amongst the horde is more than I can bear. Please, can you see to it that they finally rest in peace? I imagine this is one rematch. Oh god. I did not remember him having a shiftling form. Ouch! And that is with him slowed even. Okay. Not a terrible rematch. But rematches can always be concerning. Always be concerning. One never knows what's going on. Oh, we got a different bird. I see. So as expected, Yoshitatsu was among them. But what could he have been doing that drove him to do what he did? It cannot be the yokai blood that flowed in his veins, for you've not succumbed to that same fate. Oh, Hide. I only wish that you can lead us to a future where yokai and humankind can exist without bloodshed. So we've got our choices of Lord Nobunaga himself. So we've got 9 of those, and we need several. Use all of our Lumicite fragments. Because we want to save the shards if at all possible. There we go. Go to the shrine, invest 1 more level. Ah, there's some swallowtail armor. I've been looking for that. Not gonna lie. So that's the Swallowtail armor. That's what they've been looking for. A Palisade Breaker. Just the level difference between these two is probably enough of a reason to switch to the less useful one. Well, the less rare one, I should say. Oh, there is a better match lock. Well, level-wise. That's 50 damage. However, that's just a better gun in general. Well, he wasn't a bad fight in Nioh 1. But I did kind of cheese him, if I'm remembering correctly. Because I used those. Ouch! Ouch! Oh, good God, that was with him slowed, too. forgot he had 3 different types of spirits on him. 3 guardian spirits on him. Not a bad fight. Again, Sloth Talisman, kind of broken. This is like the 3rd bird we've acquired today. This is glorious. I mean, we do seemingly defy death. That is... he's not wrong there. He really is not wrong there. Tengen Kujaku. Not a bad fight at all. Like most of the samurai fights, other than the initial one, it's not terrible. So that's the power that yokai wield. That's most enjoyable. And if you ever want to fight again, I'll gladly take on the challenge. And of course, like everything, he wields medium armor. It is a pretty cool set of armor, I can't lie. Well, I suppose with no other side missions to do, we have Ujisato Gamma. You. I was afraid it was going to be you. And this location, I hate this location. This is the location of that one samurai fight in Nioh 1. Oh, it didn't go off. Huh. Again, not a terrible fight. Pretty straightforward, all things considered. Once again, Sloth Talismans are very good and effective if you can get them off. And the boss is affected by it. Not all bosses seem to have... some of them seem to have nice resistances to it. Hidi, you never cease to amaze me. It seems Lord Utesato isn't remotely fazed by his defeat, and is already talking of facing you again. Gotta admire that kind of determination. I guess what it takes to become a general worthy of commanding such an army. Let's see, what guardian spirits have we acquired? We've acquired the peacock. And we've acquired it's both male and female birds. Huh. Interesting. Double-headed bird. We acquired deer earlier. And I believe that's all the missions in Shadow. So we're currently 3 chapters in already. And they're already looking at level 75. We are technically a little over-leveled, which is good. Yeah, this is like the second bird we've acquired. See, double-headed bird. Or peacock. Ah, I didn't realize lightning bird could join us. And 130 to the next level. Okay, we do have a little bit more Jitsu we could do things with. Bring that up to full capacity. That way we've got full shock, we've got full sloth, full heal, and full defense boost. Excellent. I've also got fire shurikens and both types of major bombs. Although we don't have a lot of either of those. So I think we'll bring those down, bring the bombs up. Because bombs were actually really good. All things considered, so. Full bombs. It said we can learn more shiftling skills, is what it said. So we've definitely unlocked a thing or two. I'm not sure what. Okay, let's have a look. What do we have when it comes to Arcana? Yes, there we go. The Arcana abilities. Because these imbue active skills, which are special moves with elements. So I've got fire, water, and poison. I don't know which skills get these. That's the thing. They don't tell you what to... That's the thing. They don't tell you which skills get those abilities. Aha! There they are. I knew it. I knew there was a thing. I knew it. This is how you... That's how you do it. Wow, that was... That's a thing. You can choose. I see. They did a terrible job explaining that to me, because now I can make everything deal damages. Like, I can make that deal poison damage. And Titanic. Oh, you can only assign one per type. I see. I see. I see. That makes a bit of sense now. Anyway, having made it this far, we made it through a main mission, which had a pretty interesting little boss to him. Several of the side missions. We're now left with one more main mission. The start of Chapter 4? Yes, Chapter 4, Dawn. I don't know how many more chapters there are. But considering I think the main story of Nioh 1 went into level 100-ish level. I mean, the DLC was level 125. That's all I remember. We're getting close, but I don't know how close we are. Maybe a couple more chapters? Maybe not. We'll have to see. But I'm gonna do some more time on some more... What words am I looking for? Some more gear optimization. Like you saw, I've gotten some better gear that I just need to drop some proper skills into, and our defense will be better. I might try and refashion them to make them kind of neat and fancy. That's been one of the downsides of the Nioh series so far, is the lack of being able to have proper fashion, which is something Rise of Ronin does differently. In fact, since I keep mentioning Rise of Ronin, I do have a prepared thing. And this is a prepared thing. That is correct. That is what I wanted to do. Because as much as I talk about it, and as much as and I'm granted, I'm having a lot of fun with Nioh. And Nioh 3 is going to be great and glorious. However, the reason I keep bringing up Rise of Ronin is for multiple reasons, and I will show you. It's not that it's a better game, it's that it's a different type of game. We'll let it compile here quickly. And I figured I might as well show you a little bit of Rise of Ronin, because I will continue to make this comparison probably until Nioh 3 happens. Because Nioh 3 is probably going to blow Rise of Ronin out of the water for me, which is fine and glorious. Yes. There we go. We will start with, we're done for today. I'm just doing a little comparison video, a little comparison at the end here with, the other one I've been playing, the game that came between Nioh 2 and 3, and that was Rise of Ronin. This is essentially the same character, but in Rise of Ronin. One of the big differences is that's a jump. That's a jump button. Again, it's like the differences between Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring. This is an open world map. Granted, this is an early game example. And yes, there are collectibles in every map. And no, I'm not going to give any context.
Want to go and purloin some permits?
And no, I'm not going to provide any context at all.
I knew you had a bit of fight in you.
Because here's one of the things that Rise of Ronin does, and I'm assuming Nioh 3 has something similar. It's missions. It has a mission structure inside the open world. However, one of the differences between
I'm ready for action.
is you can possess any of your allies. And some of your allies can have very, very different weapons than you. And these function very similarly to, like, any of the normal maps that you have in Nioh. One of the big differences is you see here you have your three different styles, exactly like you do in Nioh, but you also have active moves, which are also assigned to your face buttons. However, you can also see that there are different ranks of enemies, believe it or not. Yes, yes. Also, this does function a lot more like a stealth game. For example, it's a lot more of an action game. But also, these guys will just straight up murder you if you're not careful. The other thing to make note is there is, in fact, a parry system. Right, I forgot about you. Because there are multiple ways to handle not only the objectives, but every location as well. Ah, this guy. He's one of the formidable enemies. Which is to say, I mean, it has all the hallmarks of Nioh's system.
Hey, you're not looking so good.
And the advantage, actually... And there's an advantage of having allies. If your character goes down, which you very much might, you can always switch to an ally. In fact, you'll automatically be forced to switch to an ally and revive. Not all missions have allies, but most do. And I keep falling down here, which is in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, that's roughly how this goes. But the big thing I wanted to talk about was customization, character customization. Let me load up my the actual character I play a lot as, and I'll do a little bit more explaining of what exactly I mean by character customization. Let's see, I believe it was the level 43 character, yes. We should load up at the Longhouse, I think. No. Longhouse, there you are. Because one of the nice things that Rise of Ronin does, and it separates your character's look from your armor. This is the main character I generally play as. I've looked like this for dozen hours or more, a long time, despite my equipment being completely different. And yes, there are handguns. And yes, they're glorious. Also, bayonets, which they're nothing more than just a rifle with a bayonet. Which, yes, you don't use that to snipe with. That has its own separate moveset. But anyway, on to what I was talking about.
You look tired.
Oh yes, and also the cat system. We should probably briefly go over the cats. The glorious, slightly off-looking cats. But there's a lot of them. They are surprisingly fuzzy looking, but something is just slightly off about them. It's mostly the faces. There's something with the faces that is slightly wrong, and I think the eyes are a little too large. Yeah, I think it's the eyes are just a little too large, or slightly not shaped quite right. Anyway. As I was saying. Here's the thing. Every weapon you pick up, you automatically unlock everything. It looks permanently. Which means you can make your character look however you want extremely early in the game. Want to wear kimonos? You can. Want to wear vests? You can. Want to wear this wonderful little coat, this wonderful overcoat that an admiral wears? You can. Want to wear any of these hats? Including both British, French, and US hats. Bicorns. Qing style hats. Just any kind of top hat. Like, do you want to wear the grass mask? You can. It's like you get all these options to make yourself look however you want, and it has nothing to do with your stats. And nothing to do with the equipment you wear. And it is glorious, including masks. Including some, for some reason, I cannot wear. I don't know why. I'm assuming it has some other conflict with some other piece of gear that I'm wearing. can wear a kimono. And different types of kimonos. Lucky coats. Just coats. Several different types of coats. Just suit coats. Just, you can make yourself look however you want. And that goes for your weapons as well. Including weapons you don't have equipped. Like, this is what my odachis, if I ever wanted to wear them, use them, would look like. Or I could make them look like that. Or that. Or any of these others. That is perhaps the one of the major advantages Rise has over the Nioh series. Although combat is similar, and it is very similar, it has a far better customization. Just far better in every aspect. Not to mention, the weapon variety is different. You've got your standard one-handed katana, standard spear, paired swords, the odachi. That's all standard for Nioh. But now you have things like an oxtail sword. It's a Chinese blade, I believe. Giant two-handed great swords are their own separate category with their own separate moveset. And that's the other thing. There are multiple weapon styles, not just the standard 3 that you have with Nioh, but some of them have like the standard katana has like 7 or 8 different attack styles, and you can assign them. It's got a much more fluid combat customization system. And that's what makes me actually excited for Nioh 3, is hopefully they kept something similar or along this line with it. Because Nioh 2 is great. I'm having fun with it. But my god, it's needed a system like this. And I'm hoping it's in there. And yes, I'm purposely keeping myself in the dark as to whether or not it's there. Also, you have the weird distinction between spears and polearms, which are your naginatas. Also, many types of bayonets. Again, you can make yourself look extremely opulent. Or not. On top of a whole relationship system with all of your side characters, it's actually a very in-depth game, and I'm hoping they kept something somewhat close for when they made Nioh 3, but one can never be certain. One can never be certain. But having said all of that, we'll be back with more. Let's see, we should have some game testing on Monday. I've got to come up with what I've actually fallen off the wagon and preparing those in advance. So I have to figure out what exactly we're going to be doing. If we're going to be streaming anything at midnight on Monday. We should, but we'll see. If nothing else, we will have more Nioh on Wednesday. So, well, fun there. And a good fun demo on Friday, and we'll have Nioh on Wednesday and Friday. It's gonna be fun and glorious. We'll see how much progress we can make. But having said all that, and including a short demonstration of Rise of Ronin, I'm your host, Stompin' Llama. We'll see you next time.